All right, today we are diving into something really cool. It's this one single, absolutely brilliant moment of deception from the world of professional Valorant. And what's so great about it? It shows you how to beat an opponent not with, raw skill, but with pure psychology.
So it all boils down to this one question, right? How do you outsmart an expert? I mean, someone who might be faster, more experienced, maybe just better practiced than you are. Well, the answer is you play a totally different game. A game that takes place entirely inside their head.
Okay, so first, let's set the scene. Imagine this. We're at the absolute climax of a professional Valorant match. The pressure is off the charts. It's the final round and everything, literally everything, has come down to this one-on-one standoff. So here's the deal. A bomb, they call it the spike, it's been planted. Now one player has just seconds to defuse it. If they do, they win. But the other player is hiding somewhere nearby. They're totally invisible, just listening. And their only job? Stop that defuse at all costs. And their biggest weapon, by far, is their hearing. And this is where it gets really interesting, because this brings us to the core of our story, the art of deception. See, in a situation where sound is everything, the smartest play isn't always the fastest one. No, it's the one your opponent just never sees coming. And that brings us to this one crucial tactic, the fake defuse. And honestly, it's so simple, it's beautiful. A player starts defusing the bomb, right? And that makes this super distinct, loud noise. But here's the thing. They have absolutely no intention of finishing. The entire reason for that sound is to be bait. That's it. You can see exactly how it works here. First, you tap that diffuse key just long enough to make that sound, the sound cue. Then, and this part is absolutely key, you instantly stop, pull out your weapon, and you aim right where you expect the enemy to pop out from. You've basically just set a trap, and that sound, that's the trigger. Now, if you're not a gamer, don't worry. Think of it like this. It's like a head fake in basketball, right? To make the defender jump. Or it's like a bluff in poker to get your opponent to fold. It's a move that is specifically designed to prey on an expert's highly trained instincts and just make them act without thinking. Okay, so let's get back to our match and see what makes this particular fake so perfect. The player trying to clutch this round, his name is Durka. He knows his opponent is close. He can feel it. He's just listening. So Durka walks up to the bomb and he has a choice to make. So Durka taps the defuse key, just for a fraction of a second, but that's all it takes. Across the site, his hidden opponent hears it. That's the signal. And in their mind, the clock is ticking down, the game is about to be lost, they have to act right now. And just like that, just as Durka planned, the opponent completely abandons their perfect hiding spot. They swing out into the open, totally ready to get an easy kill on a player they think is stuck defusing. They took the bait. Hook, line, and sinker. But Durka isn't defusing. Is he? No way. He's waiting. His weapon is aimed right at the spot where he knew his opponent would appear. The trap snaps shut. It was incredible. As the commentator screamed in that moment, "He has faked it. Durka has faked it." What an amazing play. But it leaves you wondering, right? The real question is, why did it work? I mean, how does a professional player, one of the best in the world, fall for what's basically the oldest trick in the book? Well, it all comes down to this mental battle, this player's dilemma that happens in milliseconds. On one side, you've got pure instinct. It's that fast, automatic, emotional part of your brain that's been trained for thousands of hours. And it is screaming, you hear the defuse, you have to stop him now. But then on the other side, you've got the slower, more logical brain trying to process information, asking, wait a second, could this be a trap? See, the absolute genius of the fake is that it weaponizes pressure. And under that kind of stress, our analytical mind just gets steamrolled. Instinct almost always wins that fight. So, what are the big takeaways here? Well, this one play teaches us some really powerful lessons about strategy that apply to, well, anything. First, it shows us that sometimes the simplest plan, the one that targets a predictable human response, is the most effective one. It proves that real deception isn't about some complex lie. It's about exploiting your opponent's own assumptions and just letting them fool themselves. And maybe most importantly, it's a huge reminder that when the pressure is on, even the sharpest experts fall back on instinct. And that is a weakness you can absolutely exploit. Which kind of leaves us with one final thought. In a game, or any contest really, where both sides have incredible skill, and they both have access to pretty much the same information, what becomes the ultimate weapon? This moment,
It suggests that it's the ability to manipulate not the game itself, but the mind of your opponent.